Hello again, and this is our guided tour of the course pages on EMU Online. So you can see we're at the course home page where there will be from time to time announcements here. Scrolling down a little bit, you can see that there's something called a course checklist. I would not bother with that tool. When you want to know what's due and when, you are going to go to the calendar. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But I'll show you a few things up here. Your grade book. If you click into the grade book, you can follow your points. There's the email tab that allows us to connect with each other. We're not using any of the live features, although you certainly could use that if your group wanted to meet, your small group wanted to meet live. That's an option. But we do use doc sharing a little bit. That's where my PowerPoints are posted and some perhaps other useful material. Dropbox we use a few times, so you'll want to poke your head in there and see which assignments are posted to the Dropbox. We're not using the journal tab. Occasionally we might have something we want to post in Webliography. If we come across a cool web resource, we'll post it there. Tech support is right here, and basic help instructions for using EMU Online are found at that last tab. Okay, so the list here on the left is your navigation, and you have the syllabus. Let's click here. This is our syllabus. There are clickable links. Most of them go to the calendar. You've probably already listened to me walk you through this syllabus, but do read it word to word, word from word, word to word to word. Okay, read it in its entirety because you will learn a lot of details about the class. All right, next is our calendar, and this is just the most useful tool that I can give you here. It will keep you on track. We have our September, for instance, what tells you when to begin work on each module, what is due and when, and by the way, a lot of these are clickable links into the assignments themselves. All right, so if you make a point of clicking into the calendar on a daily basis, there's just no way that you'll end up missing an assignment. Guided tours are here, and as I speak right now, I'm still working on this guided tour, so it's not up there yet, but I've got several guided tours built into the navigation menu. There's the syllabus guided tour here where I walk you through the syllabus. The course web pages tour is what I'm working on right now, and later on under the diversity project there will also be another guided tour pertaining to that assignment. Keys to success, a list of about, let's see, at least nine ways to really make the most of this course, to do the very best job that you can on this course. Here are my tips for you. The Q&A is a forum where when you have questions about logistics of the class or assignments or course content, this is where you post them. And I want you all to answer each other's questions. You would post a new question right here. If you can, you answer each other's questions. And I'm going to be watching in, but not jumping into the rescue unless I see somebody going down the wrong path with an answer, or unless nobody is able to answer the question, I will then respond. So let's try to help each other out. It's part of community building. Alrighty then, the coffee shop. We are an online community, and it's one of the things that we struggle with as instructors of online courses is how do we promote collegiality and the social aspects of taking a class with other students. And so this area is developed to take the place of those first few minutes before and after class when we're chatting with our neighbors, or maybe we're talking about some cool event on campus, or a fundraiser that our sorority is doing, or we want to share photos of our new puppies or whatever it is. This is where we're going to do that in this class. This is the coffee shop. And so there's coffee shop general, which is where it's in free forum, free for all. You can post comments and post pictures as attachments and so on. And then you do have, early on, do the second day of class is the first part of the coffee shop task. And if you've read through the syllabus, you know that you have a number of tasks that you'll do along the way to completing this course. And this first task is really there to help us all get acquainted. You're going to be introducing yourself to each other in this threaded discussion. And then you'll be reading your classmates' introductions and commenting on at least 2 of them. And so you can see that we have all the information here under the coffee shop task. If I was going to go back to the calendar, you will see that it says do coffee shop task part 1. I can click right into that and we jump back down to the coffee shop task, and you can see that this first part is due right away. And the responses to the introductions are not due until a few days later. But the coffee shop, again, is the place to be social. All right, tech stuff right now is fairly brief. It's just some basic technical issues and answers for you. If you have some problems, let's say with a video not loading, or you can't hear my lecture narration, there's some ideas for you on how to try to troubleshoot on your own, and then how to reach out to tech support. And then also, so you want to read through this, just these 4 items, but let me emphasize number 4, don't wait until the last minute to post your assignments or to the discussion thread. That's when for sure there'll be a technical issue and you won't get your work in on time, and I don't accept late work. So if you're thinking something's not going well with your posting, or you can't post, absolutely email me your assignment so I can give you credit there. Technical issues are not acceptable excuses for late or missing work. All right, so now you've got these 12 modules. Module 1 here I'm clicking into, and so you can see when you click into the heading here, you get a to-do list. And it will tell you what you're going to be studying in each module, and then your to-do list. This is a typical to-do list. You're going to complete the coffee shop task. You're going to watch a video. You'll be reading chapter 1. You'll be watching and listening to the lecture found under module 1. So there's a lecture. I'll click into that in a moment. And you'll be working on the phone conversation task here. So let me just click into that lecture and show you what happens. It takes a minute to load, and all of these are my PowerPoints with narration. So if you don't hear the narration, you might have
Hi everybody, welcome to the first lecture of EDPS 322. This lecture will follow along with chapter.
So that's what it looks like and sounds like. Let's see. Let me just poke into Module 2 for a second. And you can see sometimes I have my videos embedded right in the page there, but often they're links. But again, you have your introduction and your to-do list for each module. Now the lectures, in most of the chapters there's only 1 lecture, but in about 3 or 4 of the modules we have 2 to 4 lectures. So in Module 2 we actually have 2 lectures here, and you see we have a quiz. So let me just show you what a quiz looks like. Here's your introductory page on the quiz, and with lots of details for you about how to take and succeed at the quiz. You can start the quiz at any time, just save your work as you go, but you do need to submit the quizzes before the due date and time that's on the calendar. But if I was going to start taking this quiz, I would just click into Begin Quiz 1-2. And there's another little set of instructions, and there we go. And this is a typical quiz. There's usually 20 or 25 multiple choice questions, and then 2 short essay questions, or maybe 3 short essay questions. Actually, this one has 4. And if you're doing this, particularly on the short answer questions, short essay questions, compose your answers in a word processor and then copy and paste them into the box so that you don't lose your work. But as you can see, I could do maybe a couple of questions, and it's hard for you to see, but and let's say I wasn't quite finished yet with my test. You just click Save Answers. Don't click Submit for grading because you're not done yet. But click Save Answers, and then you can come back to this at any time, and you submit for grade here. When you submit for a grade, you will get, I think, just a thank you for submitting your grade, and you won't get any feedback until the due date. Alrighty. So Module 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way to Module 12. Finishing up. So really in the modules you can work at your own pace. You can go as quickly or as slowly as you need to, although there are suggested dates for beginning each module in the calendar, and definitely the quizzes are in there with specific due dates. So I have a suggestion that you begin Module 1 on the 3rd, Module 2 on the 10th, but the quiz for Module 1-2 is due on the 16th by 11 p.m. Alrighty. Finishing up, you'll need to pay attention to this area when you get close to finishing the course in December, how to tie up some loose ends and finish submitting your last bits of work. The diversity project guidelines are here. They are lengthy and detailed because this is the big project for the semester. I will give you a guided tour later if you click here on the diversity project. But you don't have to listen to that if you don't want to. You can read it. It's all right here for you in black and white. There's some useful articles or guidelines here under the diversity project to pay attention to. And then down on your navigation system on the left here, you're not going to see all 5 groups here. That's my view because I'm the instructor, but you will see a group A, B, C, D, or E, whichever one you're in. This is where you're going to be posting your summaries for the diversity project and responding to the summaries in the discussion sections. Your first posting is your summary, and then you'll be making 3 comments on your peers' work. And again, I'll give you more detail in the guided tour of the diversity project later on. But that's it. And really, it's just a matter, I encourage you to explore the site, make sure you're interacting with the material and you're visiting the website and working on this every day, and you're going to do just fine in this course.